500 milliliters of cherry Jell-O. Pellet target, it's about 4 or 5 inches across. So I actually don't think that this will be able to stop my pellets. Ballistic gelatin is calibrated to be penetrated 3.5 inches by a 600 foot per second steel BB. And believe me, I can attest to this personally, 3.5 inches of penetration is plenty devastating. But the pellet rifle I'll be using today is a Hatson Edge, which is capable of up to 1,000 feet per second with lead pointed and hollow points. And I'm also going to be shooting some penetrators, fast flights. And also, this is not ballistic gelatin. This has more sugar in it than it does gelatin. So it's not going to have the exact same properties, and I think it's going to be a lot weaker. But we're going to find out, and I think we're going to have fun regardless. Okay, this is the assortment of pellets I'm going to be shooting at that block of Jell-O over there. First up is the all-time classic Crossman pointed 7.6 grain. These are regularly getting 975 feet per second out of my gun. It's something like 16 foot-pound energy. Red fast flights. These are advertised as being 20% faster. They kind of blow apart out of my gun. I think they're meant for less powerful guns, but they still get regularly over 1,000 feet per second. Gold flights. These are heavier, and they're advertised as having increased penetration, and they did a number on my backstop, my old backstop, but they're coming in at more like 850 to 880 feet per second from my gun. Crossman hollow points and also Winchester hollow points, and these are advertised as 7.9. These have no advertised weight. I've checked them before, and they're around 7.67 grains. These are achieving a similar speed, maybe slightly lower than the pointeds, 960. These are in more the range of like 930 to 940. Based on past experience, these are my favorite for simple plinking. These are my favorite for fucking shit up, blowing holes and things, but we'll see what they do to that Jell-O. We're also going to be using a Garmin Zero to test the FPS of these pellets, and I'll just be calling them out as I take the shot. I've been having a little bit of trouble with the fluorescent lights, so they might not all register. I'll just declare that if they don't. $9.45. Okay, I was expecting to take 3 shots with each piece, with each pellet, just to kind of do a scientific average sort of testing. That just blew chunks right out of that piece of Jell-O. That is, that absolutely does not have the same properties of ballistic gelatin at all. There's no way I can really analyze what that did. It just blew a giant path right through the center there and blew chunks out. There's a chunk right there. I'm tempted to eat it, but now it's been exposed to lead. I'll take some more shots at it, fuck it. The 1004 from the red flight. There is an increasing amount of Jell-O spread across the floor of my basement. If I don't clean up later tonight, there are going to be ants and mice all over. Now, that time I used a red flight. I'm going to use a gold flight next before I move on to the hollow points. So just so I have something left to shoot at all. It entered right about there. You can see a cavitation wound right in there. And then it went that way and exited out yonder into my backstop here. That one was less fun to look at on the slow-mos, the first one, but it was more fun to look at the ballistics pattern of it afterward. That one, it seemed to behave more like ballistic gelatin, with a quicker penetrator round versus I guess a pointed is going to be somewhere in the middle in terms of penetration versus just blowing holes and fucking shit up. Okay, here's a shipment of gold. Call it a gold ship. 831 from the gold flight. Okay, so between what I'm looking at here and the slow-mo footage, I think I hit in a similar spot as the first shot right about here, and it had a similar damage pattern going right through that same trough. Now it's all folded up and there's like there's like clearly multiple channels in the same space. It kind of looks like someone did a hack job trying to clean a fish. They didn't know what they were doing with the tip of their knife. And there's little chunks of Jell-O on the side. There's one over here that got blown out. There's a couple more here. One of them I picked up from the first shot and set it on just to give it some more mass to blow out again. So that's one of those pieces, just got blown off a second time. It wasn't secured. Crossman hollow point. No shot registered. Wow, I might have aimed a little further left than I should have. Obviously the entire left side of the pile there just got blown out and it threw my phone to the ground. My phone's fine, it's just covered in Jell-O. But for my last shot, which will be the Winchesters, I might just turn the whole pile like this and try to get one right through the whole center of all this crud that's left over. I'll just kneel down real low so it has as much chance to go through all of this low-lying crap as possible. Ugh, I've got some cleanup to do, man. Fuck. Alright, last one. Winchester hollow point. Fuck my life. $965 foot per second. Great goddamn mess. There's just little droplets, like anywhere you look there's going to be a couple little ones. Oh, there's probably some still on my phone lamp. Yeah, there is. There they are. There's some over on this one. Oh, dude. Okay. Okay. Thank God. Okay. Okay, so verdict. Jell-O is not an effective ballistic target, but it's plenty fun if you're somewhere that you don't have to clean it up afterward. Thanks for watching.